What's up, guys? It's your boy Cam, and I am here with NXT, the second night of the Superstar Shakeup, but this time is going to be on the NXT Thunder brand. So let's get into it. Hold on. Man, I made a huge mistake. But we started off the show with Karrion Kross. He called out Chad Gable, and he said that he wanted the NXT championship, and he's not leaving until he gets it. I just skipped that because I forgot to set the storylines. That's on my part. I'm probably going to get a bad rating, but whatever. But but what Karrion Kross did was he grabbed Drake Ward's and gave him a side-up suplex, and he said, Chad, does this get your attention now? And then he gave Drake another suplex. Trish Stratus comes out, and she says that Chad isn't even here right now. He'll be here later on the show, but you can't put your hands on a referee. And Karrion Kross, he has respect for Trish Stratus, but he's not leaving without his NXT championship. That's my bad. I'm probably going to have a bad rating because I didn't set any storylines. That's on my part. But after that, Finn Balor comes out with the Balor Club. Finn tells Trish he got it. He has this. He says, you interrupted the Prince's match. Now you're my problem. Karrion tells Balor that he doesn't have an issue with him, but he will have one if he doesn't turn around. Finn says, you're taking my time. Now you are my problem. Kyle, Roddy, and Bobby surround the ring. Balor and the club jump Karrion Kross. Karrion fights back. He gives Kyle a suplex along with Bobby. But as he does that, Roddy hits him with the knee. Finn hits him with a shotgun dropkick. Then Finn finishes off Karrion Kross with a coup de grace. Finn and the Balor Club stand tall over Karrion Kross. Okay, sorry again. I had to put my storylines in place because I realized I was gonna get a bad rating if I didn't put some storylines in, and I forgot to do that. But I already had my storylines for the month already planned out to next takeovers at least. So sorry again for that. For that beginning angle, but luckily I gave y'all a breakdown what really happened, and we had a good rating in the second one. So Balor Club taking out Karrion Kross. What does that mean? What is going to happen with Karrion by putting his hands on a referee? We'll see what happens. But and about that had great heat and good wrestling. Yeah, 74 is good wrestling. Charlotte Flair defeated a newcomer in Shazza McKenzie, as she will be on the Thunder brand, but she takes a loss on her first night to Charlotte Flair by pinfall, the natural selection. Charlotte Flair, the most popular person in the country. I was going to say the woman, but the most popular superstar in the country. In the company. 88, Shaz McKenzie, 43. Shaz McKenzie, just no doubt, she's going to get better because she just had a great match with Charlotte Flair, so she should get some popularity off that. Dog, I can't believe the angle didn't save. Man, I can't believe the angle didn't save. But what really happened was Charlotte Flair, as she just beat Shaz McKenzie, she says that she called up Bianca Belair saying that she wants the next shot at the NXT Intercontinental Championship. And she said she was screwed a few months ago when Allison Kay cost her the match against Bianca Belair. But now she has her eyes set on the NXT Intercontinental Championship. But she's interrupted by two newcomers to the Thunder brand, Dakota Kai and Raquel Gonzalez. Dakota Kai says the same old woman getting the same old opportunity, and she's here to inject some new blood into this division. And Charlotte Flair tells her that she might have turned a left when looking for catering, and Dakota Kai hears this, but she slaps Charlotte Flair across the face. Charlotte is disrespected by this, and she goes to hit Dakota Kai, but Raquel Gonzalez gets Charlotte Flair and hits her with the choke slam. And then Dakota Kai tells Charlotte Flair that as long as I'm in this division, you're no longer getting any title shots. But so far, the recording is not going well at all. Me missing angles, me missing storylines. Angles not saving. But hopefully I gave you a good explanation of what just happened. Thank you, an ankle saved. Trish signs Timothy Thatcher to a contract that makes him a member to the Thunder brand. He says he wants a match tonight. Only Lorcan walks up to him and says, you got one. Trish makes the match official for later tonight. Okay, 55, really good. And about that, had a decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Brian Cage and Ricky Starks defeated Top Flight when Brian Cage pinned Dante Martin with a flying elbow drop. Okay, getting a little risky there, Brian Cage. Ricky Starks 52, Brian Cage 61, Dante 31, Darius 32. So Top Flight are also newcomers to the Thunder brand. They've just been drafted from developmental. They've been called up. I needed some more tag teams, and they were tag teams, so I needed to bring some more tag teams up. And I think they'll be good additions. They already got some decent ratings. Not great, but decent, with 32 and 31. Brian Cage and Ricky Starks, obviously the more popular superstars, have better ratings, but I digress. 65, pretty good. Ricky gives a cocky smirk and says that Brian the Machine, Brian Cage, is back because Brian Cage was suspended, but he returned at TakeOver. He says that means bad news for Dexter Lumis. Brian grabs the mic from Ricky Starks and says, "You hear that, creep? Next time I find you, it's over." He and Ricky leaves the ring. Obviously, Ricky and Dexter Lumis still have their issues. Just because they were in a match at TakeOver doesn't mean it ended. And Ricky still has his eyes on Dexter Lumis, and now he has his heavy and his best friend, Brian Cage. So we'll see what that means for Dexter Lumis. Chad gets out of his car as he's here next. Okay, Chad comes out sporting the NXT Championship. He stands in the ring, and as the fans chant, "You deserve it," Chad says he came a long way from being a tag team champ here in NXT with his best friend, obviously he's talking about Jason Jordan, to being a company that didn't see his value. He's talking about WWE in that case. He came to NXT to take a chance on himself. He grabs the NXT Championship and said it worked. He'll be a fighting champion tonight. He's feeling himself. He'll be having an open challenge for the NXT title here in the main event. He says bring them on because he'll knock them all down. And then he tells Karrion Kross he knows where to find him for this NXT Championship. So, Chad Gable, being a valiant babyface champion, saying that he'll face all the competition and beat him. And he tells Karrion Kross he knows where to find him. We'll see where that situation ends up, because what I have planned right now is going to be looking very interesting. Okay, pretty good. And about to have decent reaction from the crowd, but subpar wrestling. Timothy Thatcher defeated Oney Lorcan in 11:59 while pinfall off the London Bridge falling down. That's a very interesting name. But Timothy 52, Oney Lorcan 39. No one will survive. Timothy Thatcher and Oney Lorcan shake hands in a sign of respect until you hear that amazing theme song, "No One Will Survive." Tommaso Ciampa comes out, and he is here on the Thunder brand. He comes down to the ring and immediately gets in the face of Timothy Thatcher. He and Timothy look to score off, but Oney gets in Ciampa's face. Ciampa only starts to have words. Ciampa leaves the ring, possibly signaling his intentions. So yeah, Ciampa is here on the Thunder brand after he lost to Khabib. I thought it would be a good change of scenery for him to come to NXT Thunder, and looks like he just found as a potential opponent, his potential first feud. We will see on that. Okay, pretty good. Bianca Belair is interviewed on the entranceway by Kathy Kelly. Bianca says she's being everyone in her way, and that's why she's the EST of NXT. Bianca says with the draft, she's looking forward to seeing new blood. Shotzi comes out, and she says that she's new blood. Bianca tells her anytime, anywhere. Scarlett is ominously in the background, watching both women having their conversation. They notice and they turn around. They stare at her as she just looks stoically, looking at them back. She then leaves, disappearing into the sea of fans. Shotzi tells Bianca to get ready. Bianca tells Shotzi that she always is. So Shotzi stepping up to Bianca Belair, I like that. I think more challengers need to do that, because it just makes them better in my eyes, because they show that they want that whatever championship they're going after. I know you need number one contenders matches, but a challenger stepping up to a champion, I like that, and I think that needs to happen more in wrestling. But why is Scarlett looking at Bianca and Shotzi? Does she have her eyes on the NXT Women's Champion, on the NXT Intercontinental Championship? I don't know. We'll see. Breaking news: Jake Atlas has been drafted to Thunder. Oh man, I messed up. Jake Atlas has been drafted to Thunder. Tony Storm will be here next week. to discuss her loss. Allison Kay will also be here next week. Thunder Rosa will be in action. Cameron Grimes will also be here to discuss his quote-unquote newfound fortune. What does that mean? I mean, if you know NXT in real life, you probably know what that means. But to those that don't know, what does that mean? We'll see next week. And about that good heat and decent wrestling, Bronson Reed defeated Matt Sydal in 13:39 by pinfall the Death Drop Driver. Bronson 53, Matt 69. Just giving Bronson Reed a win. Okay, here we go. MSK is on Thunder. The crowd is excited. They said that after being MCMG, they have the eyes set on FTR's Tag Team Championships. Guitar Heroes come out. They said that they waited in the back for too long and they won opportunity. The Hunters come out, says that after their loss at TakeOver, David's knee is still hurting. They said they'll still hunt down FTR for what they did to David's knee, and they will go through both teams to do it. All three teams start to bicker until Trish comes out, very busy woman tonight, and she says that all three teams will have a chance at FTR in the Battle Royal next week. So MSK's here on Thunder, Guitar Heroes and the Hunters are also looking for FTR's Tag Team Championships. So what does that mean? I don't know, but we'll be having a Battle Royal to see who FTR's next challengers are. And about that had decent reaction from the crowd, but Subpar Wrestling, Trent Seven defeated Mike Kanellis by pinfall with the 7 stars lariat. Trent 7 56, Mike Kanellis 39. Pretty good. Trent 7 says he's here on Thunder and he wishes Tyler nothing but the best. Tyler Breeze comes down. He means Tyler Bate, by the way. Nothing but the best. Tyler Breeze comes down with the Cruiserweight Championship around his waist, and he has a mirror. He's looking into a mirror and stares at it. He says, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, why is Tyler the prettiest of them all?" Just being a self-absorbed prick. Trent 7 can't believe it. Tyler tells Trent that this is his time, and no ugly people can't be allowed in his presence. Trent smiles because he just doesn't know what to say, as Tyler just being so self-absorbed at this point. Trent tells Tyler, "You're lucky I'm not allowed to go after that championship, since I don't think Trent is in the weight requirement so far." Tyler says, "That's right. You don't even meet the weight requirements anyway." So trying to point at Trent Seven's weight. Trent just leaves the ring because he just doesn't want anything to do with Tyler. Tyler said the people in the crowd are too ugly and don't deserve to be in his presence. He gets nuclear heat because people are just booing him at this point. He just stares at himself in the mirror and leaves. So Tyler Breeze being a prick and Trent 7 being interrupted by him. We'll see what comes from that. Kathy introduces Deonna Purrazzo. Deonna doesn't look too enthused. Kathy asks Deonna how she's doing. Deonna really isn't happy at the moment because she wants her hands on Chelsea, but she can't because they're on different brands now. Mia Yim and Eva Lise look at Deonna and says that this is their brand, their territory. Deonna nods and says, "Okay," and she just decks Mia Yim on the jaw, sending Mia to the floor. Deonna and Eva Lise go at it until they're broken up by referees and road agents. So Mia Yim and Eva Lise basically terrorizing Deonna Purrazzo, the newcomer to the Thunder brand. So we've had Ciampa, we've had MSK, we now have Deonna, we have Trent, Jake, some more people coming, Shazza, Top Flight. So the Thunder brand's getting a good makeover here with some key people. We get a hype video. Speaking of key people, we get a hype video for Thunder's new signee, Kaylee Ray. We look at her capturing the NXT Women's Championship. We see her dominate reign, knocking off all her challengers. She conquered the division in the United Kingdom. Now it's time for her to do it in the States. So Kaylee Ray will be on Thunder in due time. Chad is in the ring and awaits his opponent for the open challenge, and it's Bandito. Bandito is still bandaged up for what Tyler Breeze did to him. So yeah, Bandito lost his Cruiserweight Championship, but can he turn it around and win NXT Gold? And unfortunately, he does not. And about that great heat and good wrestling, Chad Gable defeated Bandito in 16:32 by pinfall of the Grand Amplitude. Chad makes defense number 1 of the NXT Championship title. Chad 63, Bandito 68. Chad was really off his game. I think this could have been a green probably a 70 if Chad wasn't off his game. But anyway, still good main event. And an angle to close it out. Balor Club makes his way down the ring as they just took out Karrion Kross to begin the show, and he looked to make the mark at the end of it as they surround Chad and Bandito. Johnny Gargano, from out of nowhere, gives a super kick to Kyle O'Reilly. Johnny is the last person to be drafted to Thunder. He super kicks Roddy as well, getting his attention. Bandito dives on Finn Balor, while Chad Gable gives Bobby Fish a Chaos Theory. Bandito, Chad Gable, a new draftee, Johnny Gargano, stand strong to close the show. So Johnny Gargano is here on Thunder. He just made his impact by taking out Balor Club along with Chad Gable and Bandito. I thought it was a good show. We had some people coming in, establishing some new storylines. Of course, some of the angles didn't save, which is frustrating because I wrote them out. And on my part, which was a blunder, I didn't set the storylines when I started the show. So sorry y'all missed the opening angle, but I explained it in the angle after that. So we'll see what the show gets. I'll probably say 76. Also, a brother bank account is broken at the moment. I had almost 13 million after the 2 takeover shows, but my broadcasting size was medium, and I wanted to upgrade it so I can grow in popularity. So I went from medium to large, or medium to big, in broadcasting. So I'm a little cash strapped at the moment. I'm under 4 million, so it costs $9 million to upgrade the network. So unless you WWE or AEW, it takes a lot of money to upgrade the network. So I'm at 4 million. I shouldn't go under, but I just wanted to let you know about the brother finances at the moment. And I'm pretty sure we get 80, 79. So tell me what you thought down below. Sorry that the angles didn't show up, as I said, but MSK, Ciampa, Timothy, Dakota Kai, Raquel, Kaylee Ray, Johnny Gargano are all here on the Thunder brand, and they're here to make an impact. 79, pretty good show. So I'll see you on the flip side. Have a blessed one. Bye.